Welcome! My name is Heleen and I'm in my last year of high school. As an assignment for biology, I've had to make a short film about the phenomenon El Nino. So, here it is! In this film, I will present what El Nino is, where the name is coming from, and why it's so hard to find the real cause of El Nino. Basically, El Nino is the appearance from time to time of warm weather in the central and eastern Pacific Ocean. Normally, there's a pool of warm water in the western Pacific, and that's because of the way the Earth turns and the trade winds blow. Water piles up in the western part of the basin. The sea level along Indonesia and the Philippines is higher by 50-60 centimeters than it is on the coast of Peru. So, what happens is the following. The trade wind keeps blowing, the water piles up. The water heats up in the western part of the Pacific. But then, once in a while, it can be 2 years or 10 years apart, that trade wind weakens. And that warm water that's piled up slashes back towards the central and eastern Pacific. Where the warm water is where you get evaporative processes and clouds that produce rainfall. This phenomenon causes extreme changes in the weather at both coasts. El Nino was named by the Peruvians. Actually, the first time we've been able to find it in print, looking through Peruvian newspapers, etc., has been 1891, 1892, the early 1890s. During the Christmas season, December, January, February, the trade winds would become weaker, just seasonally weaker. And because it comes around Christmas time, they called it El Nino, capital E, capital N, which means the Christ child. The original term, El Nino, was a much more limited term. It had to do with the flow along the coast of Peru, Chile, South America. Now we know that this is not just a local event. It's a much larger scale event. It certainly encompasses the whole equatorial Pacific and maybe has some ramifications in the Indian and Atlantic Ocean as well. Then why is it so hard to find the real cause? It appears to begin as an atmospheric event which quickly transforms into an oceanic event. As the water masses in the equatorial Pacific redistribute themselves and respond to the changes in the wind. This redistribution of mass results into flows which we call currents. But the redistribution of mass associated with that is also a redistribution of heat. And as the heat is moved around, this heat fleets back into the atmosphere and over quite long distances. It is hard to find the begin and the end of this process. In short, it's a phenomenon that has kept scientists in its class for more than a century. Now they know more, but still there's an enormous lack of knowledge and information about El Nino. Maybe someday we will know how it works and what it is, but until then and even after that, people will have to suffer from the effects. Thank you for watching this video. We hope this video made your day awesome!
Awesome!